Yo, 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 what's up? What's up, what's up, what's up? Good morning, guys. Good afternoon. And as always, very good evening. Streaming live from the gym today, as you can see in the background. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. Just a background image, just to change it up for today. Why not? It's good to be different sometimes. How are we, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome, welcome. Let's see what we can come up with moving forward today, as per usual on GJ and the gold. Hope you guys have had a good week. I've still only taken that one trade, and that was from yesterday's stream. Did have a look at the charts yesterday for NY session with the members. We did have an idea or two, but nothing eventuated, so much you can do about that. I was actually looking at some NAS entries, but it never gave me the option. But nonetheless, guys, we are back today. Let's look to end the week, the last few days of the week strong. Without further ado, if you guys could hit the like button, would be greatly appreciated. And we will get underway with the analysis. And as always, what we shall do is, well, you guys gotta have to hit that like button for me. And I will start with GJ and then move on to gold. TikTok as well, guys. Don't be shy to say g'day. Do feel free to ask questions, and if you like to have any requests for any pair or whatever, any asset you want me to have a look at, even cryptocurrency, let me know in the chat and I'll get to those in good time. So without further ado, guys, let's start with, as always, GJ, and starting with the weekly time frame. Once again, looking at that, so current weekly is still forming bearish, lower high, lower low to the previous. So it's a bit of a toss of a coin at the moment, because we've tapped into this previous resistance here to the left only to bounce off it. See how the daily candles are closing. Obviously yesterday's candle did close a very strong bullish candle. Current candle has created a lower wick, still respecting the high of the previous daily candle. However, we begin to break the high of that previous daily candle, I feel there's a high probability price will continue to the upside, and potentially has its room to come towards that 2050 sort of level yet again, 200.5 level. So structurally, we are still bullish on the daily. We have pulled back quite significantly within the previous candle. So obviously we formed support at the current daily candle's low. Let's mark in that point there. We'll see what it looks like once we go down to more particularly the M30, but also once we get out onto the 4-hour time frame. So we are bullish in structure. Counter probabilities to the upside. It can also mark in 50% and just see what that lines up with. So that could be a potential level that if we were to continue bullish in line with the previous daily candle, I want to see the buy step back into the market, defend that level, the 50%. So this level here. And if we are to continue bearish, pop below that level, form a resistance below it, I feel there's a high probability that we will continue bearish out the day. Yesterday we had the similar thing to the upside. We've got up and end up closing strong bullish candle. As you mentioned, if it forms support above that level, it's high probability we'll continue bullish, and that is exactly what it did do. Onto the 4-hour. Now, 4-hour structure still remains bearish. So what we are doing right now is just heavy consolidation on the 4-hour. Very little momentum, well, no momentum at all in any direction. Possibly because we've had some big moves so far this week. We had the big sell-off on Tuesday, followed by a big retrace of pretty much all that move yesterday. So we're currently just in a bit of a consolidation phase, just grabbing some more liquidity. Structurally, we still remain bearish. What I'm going to do is mark in the most recent resistance on the 4-hour at the highs, change that to gray so I can distinguish between the 4-hour and M30. Obviously the 4-hour is a stronger level. As far as support, I'll wait till I go down to the M30 to draw in a level of support just here, but it could be options below the current daily candle's low or some continuation sells in line with the 4-hour structure, and as price breaks the low of that previous 4-hour candle. Onto the M30, and that still technically remains bearish. Anywhere below this swing point, it is bearish. Yes, we've created a high low, high high within a microtrend. We're currently just consolidating within a current daily candle. We've broken low off the most recent support, but we're now popping back up towards the resistance. Kind of in the middle now of the range just here. I'm just going to draw in this level now. I'll keep it in as a 4-hour level as well. So what I can see on GJ, we're now just range bound between 199.10 and 199.70. So got very choppy price action to the left of the current level to the upside. So what I'm likely to do is, if it does pull up, I want to see a few options here. Either price reject 199.70, end up forming a support below, look for my signals in price action, look for a possible sell to take it back down in line with the actual weekly candle. At that point there, we could just be forming another resistance within the weekly, and we could end up pulling back down towards the support around 199.10 if you have the volume momentum. Further sell option would be as price begins to pop below at current daily candles low, in anticipation we could pull back further towards the 50% that previous daily candle. So I'm just going to draw in a support at that level. Change it to blue. Now I can remove that horizontal, and that would be the target to the downside below the 198.970 to be exact. So I'm just going to put sells below. So they're the sell options, guys. Now as for the buys, what I want to see, not going to chase the buy just now. I don't see any real clean options for it. So what I want to see is price pop up towards the previous daily candles high, begin to pop above it, do have some clean traffic to the left of that point, and that point, that point there, I will be looking for my buys upon continuation above that previous daily candles high. Now how I get involved in the trade will all depend on how we approach that level. If we're approaching with staggering to it with very little volume, then I'm likely going to need to wait for a nice strong closure above it. If we're approaching with some strong volume and we close within the gray zone, then I could look for the possible impulse entry as price begins to break above that previous daily candles high. Seeing we do have a very strong bullish candle, what we could have done within the current daily is just pull back to grab liquidity, coming to a higher time of volume, for begin to pop above, break above that previous daily candles high, using daily candle probabilities on our side, as well as the micro trend, which is technically bullish, as well as the daily structure, which is technically bullish. That could be us to pop back up to retest that 200.4.5 sort of level. So that is the buys upon continuation. If we do pop back down to 199.10, again, I just played a range. I just look for my signals in price action. As long as it's a clean move down, it's not a choppy mess like so, where we've just got no margin at all, we're just buying straight into consolidation, that's when I'd be put off. I'd rather make a clear move down. So if I was to look for buys from support, but that would be the other option for a buy on GJ. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's quickly take a look at the news before I forget. All right, so thanks to Tommy, Mr. Tommy Jordan. I never realized you could filter out all the yellow folder news. So the red folder news and your orange folder are the ones we really probably need to keep an eye on. We've got construction PMI for the pound coming towards the end of today's stream. I'm not sure if I'll be on for that. We'll see. High impact news for the euro today. Monetary policy statement. That's going to be a big one. From what I'm hearing, they're going to hold off. They're not going to cut rates just yet, but they are inclined to do so moving forward. So we'll see what happens coming out of the ECB. Unemployment claims to come for the US dollar. That would be a big one. But obviously, all roads lead to non-farm payroll and NFP on tomorrow, Friday. That will be the big one. That is... Oh man, TikTok, I apologize. You guys were on mute and I was on a roll with the analysis. All right, just a quick, in a nutshell, I really apologize. Well, I'm looking at GJ's buys above this support. If price does come back down to that level, should be right, as long as it makes a clear move down. If we pull back up to 199.70 and reject and remain below that previous daily candle's low, high, sorry, I'll look for my sell options. Seeing the previous daily was a strong bullish candle. If we begin to break above that previous daily candle's high, we approach with a bit of volume. Seeing the previous daily was a strong bullish candle. If we begin to break above that previous daily candle's low, high, sorry, I'll look for my sell options. Seeing the previous daily was a strong bullish candle. If we begin to break above that previous daily candle's high, we approach with a bit of volume. there's a high probability we will continue to the upside, and it just depends how we approach. If there is a lot of volume on the approach, I'd look for impulse entries. If it's just a trickle up, I'm likely to wait for a strong closure above and then look for the potential buy upon continuation. As for the sells, either upon rejection of the previous daily candle's high or below the low formed at the current daily candle's low, with support formed at that level there, we want to continue bullish. Really have no need to break that low. If we do so, we're likely going to pull back towards the 50% that previous daily strong candle, and that would be my next target, which is the support at around that level. Do apologize, guys, on TikTok. So I have to jump across to YouTube. Things don't go wrong on YouTube. So that is GJ. All right, so let's look at gold. Let's take a look at the gold. All right, so once again, let's do the top down now. So starting at the weekly time frame, and gold is bullish engulfing. It's a very strong bullish candle. So this suggests to me that any pullbacks within the current weekly candle, it likely, if the way it's forming, it is high to the previous engulfing, that pullbacks likely going to be met by areas of support, or support forming at areas of previous support on the minor time frames, that being M30 and also the 4 hour, for price to continue in line with the strength of the current weekly candle. Looking at the daily, daily's broken a resistance just here. Doesn't have much of a low wick. Let's mark in the low of the current daily, see what we've got below that. If price does begin to pull back and break its own low. Structure wise, it is bullish. So we have candle probabilities to the upside, we have structure bullish, we have some pretty clean traffic to the left on gold. On the 4 hour, just gonna mark in the most recent resistance. We've approached another resistance here to the left. I'll see what it looks like in the M30. Gonna mark in some levels though that we've broken it and not yet retested. So I've got this level just here that we're currently, looks like we're pulling back to, at 2364 level. Now above, we've got around 2380, could be a potential target based off the 4 hour. So we are bullish in structure now on the 4 hour. We have flipped structure bullish. We were bearish, I think it was yesterday. So bias is bullish across the board, but I look at it now on gold. 30 minutes also bullish. All right, so simple for me on gold today. I'm just going to mark in a resistance at the current daily candle high. Now, seeing we do have a higher high, higher low to that previous daily candle, we are trending strong bullish. If we do approach the current daily candle high, then I'd be keen to look for potential buy options above that level upon continuation. Once again, just depends how we approach that level as to whether I buy it on impulse as breaks or wait for a closure above and base it off that. So further buy options. Now, if price does pull back to retest this 4 hour resistance, which we broke out of during the Asian session, almost support above it, I'd be looking for my options to buy it from above that point there. So buys above 2364. Now, as for the sells, I'm just going to pull this down a little bit. What I probably prefer to see, well, to be honest, we're still going to be bullish as long as we respect this horizontal at the current daily candle is low. Still bullish on the M30 structure as well. So let's see on a 15. It's a little bit choppy. I'm not convinced by the sells just yet. I'd rather wait and see how price reacts to 23, 63, 64, 62, that sort of level. And if we do in fact begin to consolidate, form another support like so, only to begin to break below that previous range, I feel that point there's a high probability price would make a deeper pullback, potentially to retest the 30-minute structure back at the current daily candles low. So sells below that point there, I feel would be of higher probability than looking for sells at the current level. Also, right now you'd be selling it right into a support, so on the 15-minute. So I'm not so keen on that. We'll see how candles close. If we get a nice strong closure below the support, we may consider, or I might consider, some sell options on gold. But for the time being, focus is buys on gold. So that's what I'll be looking for. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, what would be my preference today? Well, GJ is right in the middle. Just have to wait and see, to be honest. Still a fair way off any sort of entry. Yeah, see how we go, guys. Just chill for the time being. TikTok, smash that screen for us if you could. YouTube guys, good day to you all. Hope you're all doing well. Don't forget to hit the like button. GU request from the TikTok. I will have a look at that. I was about to analyze it nonetheless. So let's move on to GU, guys. I did a update video for the Discord group prior to the stream. Once again, if you have not joined that, for you guys in YouTube, the link is down below in the description. For the guys in the Discord, you have to jump across to YouTube and you'll find a link over there. So I can't post links into, for whatever reason, I can't post a link into a TikTok chat. I'll see if I can figure it out. But onto GU nonetheless, and looking at that weekly candle, to me it's a strong bullish candle. It has a high low, high high to the previous. Once again, having said that, what I'm likely to do is more particular in the 30-minute time frame. Once I go down to that time frame, look for potential levels that we could pull back to and form a support above to end up trending back towards the high of the current weekly candle. Now daily, structure wise, we are bullish. We also have candle probabilities to the upside. Now current candle has a high low, high high, so we're going to mark in a low of that candle, because if we were to continue bullish, really should respect the low. We don't need to really pull back and break support at that level. 4 hour resembles a bit of a mess though at that level. Right back into consolidation. Structurally it is bullish, but it is just rejecting lower high, lower low to the previous. I'm gonna mark in the most recent resistance. As for support, that whole area is an absolute mess. All right, on to the M30. So that makes sense. Below the current daily candle's low, we've got some pretty clean traffic to the left. And once again, seeing that we have created a high, low, high, high, we were to pull back to that level, I would anticipate it buy, step back in, defend it, and wait for my catalyst in price action to look for a buy. The good thing is we're making a relatively clean move down to that level. So I'd be definitely keen to look for the buy, wait for my catalyst in price action to present. Now where we're currently at could also provide for a potential option to buy it, as long as you've got the margin. That's the thing. To have some minor resistance just there within the 4 hour level, almost just, no, actually I'm going to keep that. It is tapping into a previous resistance which could act as support. However, needs to see what I've been waiting for is a bullish engulfing candle, and that would tick the box in my opinion if that was to be the case at this level. Otherwise, just wait for it to pop back down to that 127,850 sort of level, and look for your catalyst and price action at that point. Price does pull back up towards the current daily high, retest that resistance only to reject it. Be nothing wrong with looking for a sell below it. Buys above it, not really keen on it because you're buying it into resistance. So I'd rather buy low at this rate, at this stage, sell high, and sell below the current daily candle's low once you get a closure below at that point there. You'll also be flipping M30 structure bearish just to add confluence to any trades from that level. Today's GU for the person who asked. Buy entry on what GU? Just depends. If this candle closes, what I want to see is, so this is going to be a 30-minute closure. I'd want this candle to close right near its high, and that would be my catalyst. If it did that, I'd be looking to buy it. It does not look likely in the next 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Reason why I want to see that happen is because the 15-minute will also be bullish engulfing, so that's a double catalyst. That's added confluence. Got the 15 closing bullish engulfing at that point. You got the 30 forming support at previous resistance, leaving a long wick to the downside. That suggests to me of grabbed liquidity from that range below, only to close back above it. What we're likely to do is pull back up to create a high, maybe a lower high, but hopefully by that point there, it should be enough to get you to target TP1. Get some pips on the table. So that's what I've been looking at. All right, who we got on YouTube today? Zaxi, good morning to you. Goats, good afternoon from rainy Sydney. Well, it's actually sunny Melbourne. Beautiful day here in Melbourne today. Winter's day, not too cold, nice and sunny. Lau, good morning to you. Rick, good morning to you, brother. Bilal, hello. Elias, good morning. Hannah, hope you're well. Leon, good morning to you. Vishal, good morning. And Sharif, good morning, my friend. Hope you guys are all doing well. By the way, Sharif, apologies, I did not see your email. It was in my spam folder for whatever reason, so I have replied. But yeah, in your own time, my friend. There's no pressure either way, to be honest. I appreciate you joining the stream nonetheless, so that's the main thing. I was scoping trades today. I put a few possible setups in the Discord throughout the day. Or during the Asian session early doors, but nothing eventuated. Gold, I was looking for a limit buy, but it just pumped without making any pullback at the time. And GJ was looking for a limit sell and it dumped before making that pullback. So didn't get my option. Let me set up a Zoom call. Apologies, guys. Nelissa, good morning to you. Ian, good morning to you. I sent you a message on Discord to my friend. Carl F, good morning to you. Sharif, all good, my friend. How are we, guys? What are we all looking at today? Anyone got any pairs they're looking at? Anything they want me to look at? Any chart at all? Let me know. Korai? How are you, mate? No, I remember that name. Hope you're well, brother. Been a while. Yeah, long time no see. Glad you found the new channel. Back in Oz? Yeah, I've been back in Oz for best part of 3 months now, pretty much. I'd say I really enjoy it here, but yeah. Yeah, from the other stream, yep. Yeah, you'll remember for a while, won't you? I remember, brother. Make sure to join, man. I've got a free Discord group, so the link's down below. Make sure to join, and yeah, we can have a chat sometime. So great to have you on the stream, nonetheless. All right, gold. What about Zoom call? Yeah, I do them for NY to join. I don't have a VIP set up yet. I mean, I've got it there in the Discord, but I haven't opened up the VIP just yet. I'm still adding content to it, so it's not quite ready yet. But yeah, I'll let you know, brother. Gold now just bouncing off this support there. Well, not bouncing, it's not really doing much. Doesn't really have any volume at this point, so we're just waiting. GJ's is back in this mess, so if it does reject just now, gonna be looking to see how it reacts to support or potential options. Lee, still look at GJ, still feel like it's got a retrace and drop. Yeah, it could. I still think, well, the M30 is still bearish, the current weekly is still forming bearish. Well, our structure is still bearish, so the bias is still bearish. I tend to agree. We're created a lower high in the 4 hour as well. So it's now just a matter of it breaking a support. So the support is formed at the current daily count is low, and if it does so, some decent traffic to the left, so that could be the option. Now, I would consider impulse entries on continuation below the current daily count is low, because the current daily is forming bearish, first of all. Below it, we've got some clean traffic. It's also a continuation of the trend. Now, it just depends how price approaches that level as to whether I decide to look for an impulse entry or to sell it upon a closure below. Alright, all good, my friend. So make sure to join the Discord, free Discord, and we'll have a chat on stream sometime. I'll send you a link. Am I dreaming, or were you up in Sydney? I know you. I remember 100%. I remember chatting to you a few times on stream in the old group. Xauusd is consolidating, and it could start to be a bit like this, because obviously with a lot of high impact news to come the last few days, today and obviously tomorrow NFP. Veg food lover, how are you, my friend? All good. I'm very well, just waiting for something to happen on the charts. Not much is going on right now. Yeah, I'm happy to check crypto. I'm more than happy to check crypto if anyone is interested. You tell me in particular, is it Bitcoin, ETH? What are you looking at? And unless I'm watching you from South Africa and already at work, sometimes I miss your live sessions because of work, but love the pre-session vids on Discord. Appreciate it. I appreciate that, you know, at least some of you are watching. I know not everyone has time for it. A lot of people have work and things like that as well. But it's good to know that I'm not just doing it for no reason. So I appreciate that you appreciate it. And yeah, I do try my best, so. Can you please check Gari network? What's the ticker for that? I have no idea what it is. I've never heard of it. Is that it? Yeah, it must be, because that's Kraken. That's a crypto exchange. Gari USD. Well, I'm not going to bother with the lower time frames because just gaps all over the place. Do you want like an overall swing picture, or because scalping, it's not going to, there's no point with all the gaps. Plus I just don't, yeah, I'm just gonna, the overall picture, well, it's at a strong support. It's obviously at a very strong support in the weekly. You're respecting support. So for me, what you really want to see is price remain above that, pretty much right above that 2 cent mark, above that 0.19, 1.98, whatever it is. As long as you remain above it, you're likely to head back up. It's just consolidating. So what you need to wait for is a strong catalyst. Now onto the daily, what sort of confirmations do you have? Structure wise, I'd argue it's bullish, to be honest. That's the swing point where it'll flip. So structure wise, it's bullish on the daily. I would say just based off this, it needs to create a clean impulse because it's just a mess. So if you're bullish on it, what I would be wanting to see is price respect 0.0198. If it starts to pop below that, I think it's coming down to 1 cent. That's personally what I think. 4 hour, it's just a mess. It is an absolute mess. Yeah, that's how I'd be looking at it. So if you want to buy it, I'd have a pretty tight stop loss about 0.0197, maybe just a little bit below that support. You might want to wait for price to pull back to 0.022. Maybe set a limit order around that point there if you're not in it. If you stop loss below 0.0198. Target, if you are targeting a swing, I think it's fair to target probably, I'd TP1 at 3 cents. And I'd TP2 at probably about 3.337 roughly. That's my opinion of it, but it's yeah, it's lots of gaps on it. Obviously there's not much volume. Just depends on the broker as well. Kraken, there's not much volume on it. So we've got someone in a TikTok. Johnny Boy, can you look at Sol? I have 55 Sol on long to 176. Yep, I'll have a look for you. And then I'll have a look at Naz and listen in the YouTube chat. So Sol, I can look because there is nothing right now on gold or GJ. So need to just patiently wait. Solana, don't get me started with that crypto. I have nightmares about it. Twice I've had bags of this thing. Twice I've sold it at around 30 USD because I needed to fund some other investments and also home repairs. And twice it's taken off as soon as I've sold it. Completely gone to the moon. That's the wrong thing I'm looking at. That's market cap. That's not what I want.
Hey, what's going on, Justin?
Good, eh, brother? How are you?
Oh man, you just caught me like I was about to go to sleep, but I was like, you know what? I need to show love.
All good, bro. All good. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I know
I'm
it's
still checking. I'm checking your your recordings the next day and learning a lot. You know, taking notes.
yeah, nice one. That's the best. Really, that's all you can do right now because unfortunately, it's just the time for you is not convenient. It's
I'm
a tough
slowly
one.
getting there. I'm getting used to it, brother. But
Yeah.
hopefully next month, I can free up some of my work and then I could be consistent. But I've seen a lot of W's wins in the group chat, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
man.
been really good. I mean, yesterday was the first loss in a while. So
It happens.
it happens. It's training. You're gonna always take losses. Unfortunately, you can't go through undefeated all the time. So, but the important thing was I wasn't anything impulsive or reckless. It was a planned trade, so it just didn't work. That's just is what it is.
You stuck to your plans, man. You're like a robot.
That's what we have to be in this game. It's exactly what we need to be if we want to get anywhere. Take all the emotions out of it. But yeah, I'll quickly just analyze this Sol and then we'll have a little bit of a chat. All right, so let me have a look at it. Johnny boy, Solana. So looking at the weekly, structurally, it's obviously it's bullish. Not only that, what you do have is the current candle has a high, low, higher, high. And again, it just depends what perspective you're looking at this from. Are you looking at it like a long-term play or are you scalping it? It says you're on long to 176.4. So you bought it there or that's what your target is. As far as the weekly structure's bullish, you got the candle forming strong bullish candle. I'd want it to remain above the previous daily candle's high, seeing as a high, low, higher, high to the previous candle as well. And if the current candle was to continue bullish, I'd want it to respect the low of that candle, bounce off this resistance to the left and begin to pop above the previous daily candle's high. You got some pretty clean traffic to the left above that level, but not really. The daily you do, the 4 hour you don't. So that's the 4 hour resistance. This is the 4 hour support, just at the low of the current daily candle. So I want it to respect this level. If it breaks it and starts to pop below 171, there's a high probability price will come back down, tap into some of these levels to the left, 168.60. Then you're looking at around that 167, and then potentially 164, all the way down to 163, where I anticipate some buyers come in, unless this thing shits the bed because some news comes out in regards to Bitcoin and crypto. So that's what I'll be looking at. As far as 176.40, is that your target? It's pretty strong resistance. It's got to break. If it does break it, I think it's a good chance it will get up, breach that level. I think it's a good chance you're going to head up towards 178.85. If it begins to break above the current daily candle side, a 30-minute structure, you could argue, is bullish. So if it creates a higher high, next likely destination is around at 179 level. If it breaks below support, it would have confirmed a structure flip. I think it's a high probability it's going to come down towards that 168.60. That's my opinion of Solana. So how's things otherwise? I'll have a look at NAS in a minute, by the way, Melissa. How's things otherwise, Daniel?
Everything's good, man. Just slowly, you know, getting used to the new life because I told you I moved to the Dominican Republic.
Yep.
So I'm slowly building up things, you know, getting furniture and all that, working, getting some overtime done, you know.
Yep.
Slowly. How about you, man? How's things? Are you like in Thailand or in Australia right now?
No, I'm still in Oz. You can probably tell by the attire, the hoodie. So
oh, it's cold, right? It's cold over there? Right?
Yeah, Melbourne. It's Oz is a big country, so we unfortunately we do get winter here in Melbourne. So not, I mean, it's not snowing or anything like that, but to me, it's bloody cold. It's about 15 degrees at the moment, I think. So
Celsius or Fahrenheit?
it's the Celsius, not Fahrenheit. If it was Fahrenheit,
Oh.
I would die. I would not be able to cope. That's for sure.
How's your son? How's the kiddo?
Yeah, he's good. He's back at school. He's got a treat apparently yesterday for doing well at school, behaving,
Nice.
doing his homework. So yeah, he got taken to KFC, but he's all good. He's a good
I
boy.
know KFC is a huge thing, and like I remember I went over there and ordered KFC. It was a total different menu, mate.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
different, but he still likes the good old KFC, the fried chicken and that. So
That's nice. I've seen that you have like now a YouTube member section, or
yeah, member section. Seeing you brought it up, I might as well explain what it's about. So there's two tiers. Tier 1 is just to show a bit of love. It's like the price of a coffee a month. It gets you access to some private members only videos. Gives you access to some emojis that I made myself. They're pretty much of me making funny faces and dressed as funny characters and that type of thing.
Okay.
And level 2, tier 2 will be the light version of VIP when VIP does open for the Discord. So that will give you access to MY live call, and also give you access to some content, some education content, plus everything involved with tier 1, level 1 of the YouTube. And that's the light version. It's I think about $10 a month. So nothing crazy, guys. It's all priced, I think, very fairly.
It is very, very, compared to, those absurd prices of, these.
Yeah.
We're not going to shame anybody, but you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. There's some people that have absurd courses.
Correct. Correct. I've seen some courses go for a couple K, and I've said it a million times, I spent $250 a month for best part of 15 months on what was basically baby pips. So I got sucked in.
Baby pips. Wow.
So I paid for my education. Just to answer this question, Melissa, is NAS and gold moving more like the same direction, and what is DXY percent gold and NAS? Well, DXY is inversely correlated. So DXY Dixie is the strength indicator for the dollar, for the US dollar. So usually when the Dixie is going up, that means likely gold is going down, but it doesn't always work that way. In this case, it does look like it is pretty much doing that. Dixie's going down, gold's going up. So it's inversely correlated. So people use it as, just sort of added confluence to correlate it. But for me, it doesn't make a difference. I'd rather just look at the gold chart, because likely without looking at DXY, it's going to be going down anyway. So gold and NAS, yes, they have been moving quite in the same direction, quite similarly to one another. They don't always do though. NAS is more high risk in tech stocks. So I feel when shit hits the fan with whatever goes on, especially if all the geopolitical issues around the world at the moment, then NAS is a lot more likely to dump than what gold will. Gold will likely gain strength off the back of some of those things, whereas NAS will likely dump. So yes, they will move at times in the same direction, but there'll be other times when they don't as well. All right, gold. Sherwin, good to see you on the TikTok. Potential buy or sell. Remains above as though I'd rather buy it. Now, what I probably need to see to look for a buy in the next M30 candle. I could mark in a support probably just now. And this is really good confluence to have. If this candle closes bullish engulfing on the M15, it's going to close us back above that previous support here to the left. Not only that, it's going to close the M30 back bullish after leaving a long wick to the downside. That to me would be a catalyst to look for a potential buy. So that in the next 7 minutes, that's likely what I'm going to be waiting for. If that does not eventuate, we could look for possible sell options below the support. However, on impulse, I'm not too keen just yet. I still doubt the volume at the moment. I just don't see that it's trending just yet. So I'll have to wait and see as far as the sells. Hopefully that makes sense. Leo might just swing GJ at this point. Okay, what are you looking for? Swing long or short? This is alright, at least we're back at the resistance. So now let's see how it reacts to it. To 4-hour level. You keep a bit of an eye on GJ. Gbpjpy lover, not a problem. Conspiro, g'day to you. My view on EU. Looks very similar to GU, which I did analyze just before. GU did not respect support, so it's likely coming back down to 127.860. EU has just broken a minor support and now looks likely to come back down to 108.750 and then potentially 108.690. The M30 is still bearish and it's just broken a support, so I probably wouldn't be chasing sells just now because you're a bit too late if you're not already in a sell. I'd rather see how price reacts to the support lower down. Now remove that. Just a quick look at it. Weekly is forming strong bullish. Daily structure is bullish. Previous daily bearish. Current daily high, low, higher, high. Current daily has no lower wick. If it breaks it, if forms support that level, could head down. 4-hour structure is bullish. Broken a lot of the previous candle, lower high, lower low. Looks like it still would come down to that current daily candle's low. So I think that's the important level now. If price comes down, respects the current daily candle's low, I'd be looking to buy it. Even if it just pops below it but closes back above, I'd be looking to buy it. If it closes below it, on the other hand, so if it pops down, bounces off it, and then it's closed back below it, I'd be looking to sell it. I think that's your next options on EU moving forward. Aside from that, buys above the high.
Justin, I would like to ask you, when you do those line charts of like up and down,
Yep.
is that like a description of like each candlestick, like if one closes bullish and one closes bearish, like to form support?
Oh, you're talking about this?
Yeah, exactly. When you do that.
Yeah, kind of. It's like I want to see a closure above. Not necessarily one closing back bearish, but I want to see some sort of tap in. If I draw something like this, that's more like that sort of scenario where I want to see one close above, another one tap in, close bearish, and form support, and then look for the buy upon continuation. It's just a rough idea. So
okay, I got you.
So when I've dropped the charts to send them into the Discord, I always explain with the video otherwise, but I know not everyone can always watch the content, the video, and they're just looking at the chart. Thank you for the subscription. Yeah, so that's basically what it means. An arrow like that means just closure above, tap in on the following candle, continuation. Something like so means closure above, support above, and then look for the buy.
Okay.
Yeah. Valid question, a fair question.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you though, did you ever finish the book?
Yeah, it's
okay.
Basically the course is complete. It will constantly be updated because I'm always updating my entries. But the course is there. It's ready. It's for sale if anyone is interested, and it's at a fair price as well. It's not a crazy price. It's more than fair. Plus, you get not only that, you get pretty much a mentorship. I give you my WhatsApp details, and I'm
I wanted to ask you
all the
about
time.
the coaching thing. So if I do get like a coaching or like sessions, I get that book, right?
The PDF, not the actual video content.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the video content's separate. That's just for people who don't really want the coaching, just want the course. So, but it just depends. Like if someone wants more permanent coaching, then I'm more than happy to give them the version with or give them access to the videos as well. More than happy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna need like a hard crash course with you, man, for a few sessions, to be honest. When I
It's
get
all
the
good, bro. We
time
can
in.
work something out.
Yeah.
I will do a webinar at some point too, for the future, but
I mean, I would if you can manage to do all that, because I know you have a very busy schedule, my friend.
yeah, very busy. Ball breaking.
Okay, so it's breaking now.
All right, interesting. Let's use a FIP now. Could be action time. It's actually stream delay or just me. I don't think it's delayed on my end. It's not saying anything. All right, so I want to see it close below and a strong close below. I don't want it to close right at the low of that support because I'm just not convinced. Strong close below, and I might look for a sell limit. 50% that catalyst candle within the pullback. I want it to close. I don't want it to close like this. I want it to close near its low. So the 50%. Around 2366.234 roughly. It's not financial advice. TikTok. Don't jump the gun. $23.66.23. All right. I don't want it to start breaking a lot of the previous candle. Yeah, this is better. So I'm looking at price to pull back to tap into that level. Got stop loss back above, not the previous M30, not the catalyst, the one just above that level. Now, further sell options are going to be available. I wanted to tap into this level now, and if it rejects and breaks zone low again, there's also a sell option at that point there, guys. So pay attention. They're your options right now. So if you're looking for the sells below the current candle's low, you're probably looking around at 23.64.20. So there are your two options. I've got a sell limit order at that 23.66.234. What's the level you sell limit? Chris O, 23.66.23, not financial advice. So it's in anticipation of daily. Is rejecting it by pull up? Reject the support we've just formed. Get back in line with the current move, swing to the downside. You've got a lower low on the M30. You got the 15 creating a lower low. So I'd rather get in on the pullback on the limit order. But if it does flip and break its own low, there's going to be options to sell it as well. So there are your two options, guys. The second option, below low, stop loss would have to be above the previous candle's high. And if it breaks,
Spreads.
go on, mate.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, how are the spreads?
I've got less than a pip on my broker.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, IC markets are always pretty good. I'll let you know if I take an entry a little bit earlier. Dweezy? Can I check AJ? Not right now, mate. I will have a look for you. Tizer, no buy opportunity. There is a buy opportunity, but I'd rather buy it from a little bit lower down. Nadia? Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Not in it just yet. I'm not in it, guys. So there are two options. What have we got in the alley? Alley's forming a strong bearish candle. I'd still rather get in on a pullback. To be honest, if the alley pulls back to break its own, I want to pull back up, grab some more liquidity before it heads back down. But at this rate, doesn't look like it's going to give you the option. How is good old GJ? Still trying to break out. All right, so the second option, sorry, is about to be triggered in by the looks of it. All right, so you could be in a trade just now.
Yeah, I'm in the trade as well.
Nice one. See how it goes. So option 2 still could get triggered in. Because we've not really broken significantly below the previous. So it's a good way to layer into this trade. I mean, you layer in as it breaks in case it does just continue to the downside, and also you're looking for that pullback entry. Treasure, GJ. Yeah, it looks like it's breaking, but I've been waiting for this candle to close. This candle is still closed below the resistance. It's not closed above the bodies, the candles to the left. So to me, it's just a little bit too impulsive. It would have had to have closed a little bit higher up, and then the impulse entry could have been an option.
Yeah, that's a very good low traffic area to go all the way down.
On gold, yep,
Yeah.
for a potential
Yeah.
pullback.
Well,
Tizer
that's a
gold.
good thing. It made it the upper wick though.
Yep,
It made the
but
upper- yeah.
to be honest, I prefer to get in on the upper wick. Just slight things have slightly changed of late. I like my limit orders a lot more of late.
Rather than market execution. Okay.
Is that gold going any more higher than today? Could. No one has a crystal ball really to predict. I mean, fundamentally, what's going on, I think gold will continue and create all-time highs eventually. All right, guys, moving quite nicely. Let's see. Tell me more into you, mate. Sherwin, I don't. My TP set at 30-minute support just here. That's the final TP, but I secured about 10 to 12 first TP. So I've got my finger ready to close partials. Got 8.5 pips on the table. There we go. Alright guys, consider securing something. We're about to tap into that support. That's a pretty nice early trade on gold. Let's come right back to the entry. Typical. Still got, yeah, I'm out. No, I'm not. How am I not out? I got stop loss at entry. Well, I'm still in. I secured something at 9. I secured half at 9, but we'll see. Now it's moving again. Let's see. Yeah, now I'm out. Small victory, small win on gold. We got 9 pips, which is not much, but all right. Limit order, I'm not interested in just now because it's already broken below the previous. So the limit order, what I prefer to see is price not break the low first of all. I prefer it to, if it is to break the low, just this quick little brief break below and then pop straight back up, tap into that level and then reject. Seeing it's created the upper wick and now broken below the previous candle. I'm not as interested in the limit order. If you are considering it, I would go a lower risk entry. So anyone takes some profit. There wasn't that much on the table, to be honest. It was 9.5. I closed at about 9, half of it. Lau, you did, nice one. TikTok guys, I'm a scalper too, by the way, so I will have a wider target for a runner, but my TP1 is generally anywhere I see fit, anywhere usually from 8 to 15 for TP1. So good early start, but we'll see what we've got. I'm definitely sticking around for scoping for more entries, guys, so don't go anywhere. Days nowhere near done. Not even at London Open just yet.
But for gold, isn't it like well, on my MT4, it says, isn't it 10 pips, 1,000 points or something like that?
Yeah, 100 points.
100. Oh, 100. Okay, there you go.
It just depends how you look at it. I think Magic Keys, anyway, it has it as 100 points.
Okay.
Oops. So it's pulling back now, but that's, again, it's after what I want it to do. So for me, not so keen on limit order if you are in it. So this is what I'd be looking at. That's a stop loss. And if it breaks like the previous candle, I probably wouldn't be trusting it anymore. So if you want to get involved, that's you'd be in it now. But again, it's, to me, it's not as probable once it's created its lower wick. So let's watch GJ, guys. Let's see. GJ could still provide for London Open. It could provide a buy, it could provide a sell. If it rejects, closes back bearish, what do we want to see? Well, what would be nice if this 15-minute closes bullish, followed by a weak bearish closure on the following candle. Sorry, strong bearish closure, closing back below the M30, back below the resistance, closing the M30 back bearish, which is what I'm trying to say. And that could be an option to sell it. We've broken the previous daily candle's high, but if we fail to close above it on the M30, I feel it could be options to look for the sell. So that's what I'll be looking at.
So they could form like a resistance, right?
On GJ, yep.
Yeah, exactly. Like a small resistance on the candle. Okay.
Yep, resistance at previous resistance. Plus, coupled with if this closes bullish, which it's about to do so in the M15. So now think about if this M30 closes back bearish, there's a good chance that the next M15 is going to close engulfing, be able to close back below its resistance. So that's added confidence for me to sell it at London Open.
Yeah. Well, also, if we wanted to sell it, this specific candle that you were seeing,
yep,
we wanted to form the upper wick first, right? Like the first, like 10 minutes or 5 minutes.
At London Open, yeah. Just depends how it closes. If it closes right near its low with a long upper wick, then what that's likely suggested to me is to grab liquidity from this previous zone of resistance, an order block, whatever the demand zone, supply, whatever you guys call it. So if it was to close back near its low and begin to pop and break its low, then it doesn't necessarily need to pull back to create the upper wick, because you can argue this candle's done that. It's grabbed the liquidity from the upside only to reject. We could just begin to drop back down. Thank you for the sub on YouTube and all the followers on TikTok. I appreciate you guys. Let's get me up to 1,000 on TikTok, guys. I got 186 and it's been a pretty quick climb, to be honest. Only streamed 3 times. What? Franco? Sent you by accident, sent you a message I was supposed to send to the missus, so I'm not sure if you saw that, but didn't mean to call you sweetheart, but funny. Sorry, mate. Probably got a shock there. Probably thought, I know we're friends, and I know, you know, we get along really well with the training and all, and you know, become good friends, but not that close. Definitely not that close.
Buy him a beer first. No?
What's that?
Buy him a beer first.
Yeah, well, that's it. You can't jump to jump into it that quickly. You gotta, you know, relax a bit, get to know one another.
Right.
Franco's the top bloke. So, and no, I don't swing that way. Nothing is anything wrong if you do. I mean, I don't judge. But yeah, I don't. So I'm might as well moves. I'm not in that, guy, so I'm not. Again, that was after the move. So the focus is GJ. Make sure my terminal is onto GJ.
That's-
All right, so let's see. I really like this to close bearish engulfing, and I'd be looking for a sell at London Open on GJ. Cinema on TT. Goodwill to scale. I'm new to it. I have no idea what that means. Chatty, gold, please. Yeah, so I just took a small win on gold on a sell as it broke this candle's low. Right now, I just wait for it to pull back. Your other option is, if this is a 30-minute bullish engulfing candle, that could be an option to buy it at London Open. I'd want to see an upper wick, a lower wick form, sorry. And then as it begins to break, that could be option. The issue with that is you're going to have quite a wide stop loss. Depends where his candle closes, but if it closes engulfing, you're going to be looking at 50 plus pip stop loss. I'm not all that keen on that usually. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but I prefer to manage it. Yeah, I don't like big losses. I mean, aside from that, what could give you a better option on a stop loss is if this closes strong bullish and wait for London Open the first 15 minutes, and if it does close back a weak bearish candle, like so, you can use that wick as your stop loss, and if it begins to break on the following M15, that's your entry, because it's breaking at that point of resistance formed at support. So what's likely to do at that point there is head up to next resistance. Not a great deal of margin though, so it could reject that 23.69 sort of level. Otherwise, I'd just be waiting to see our price where it pulls back to. If it does now reject the most recent swing, this point here, you could look to sell it. So I'd now remove this zone. And I feel that's the better option in all honesty. I'd rather wait and see if price comes back down to this support, taps into that 23.62, forms support above that level, 62.80, to buy it lower down. Or if it pulls back up only to reject 23.69.50. And then just using the rejection of the highs and the micro trend, which is creating a low, it's just create a lower low, lower high, lower low. If it pulls back to create an equal high or lower high, you could look for that as your option to sell it. Now, if it breaks above the resistance formed on the way down, then what it's likely going to do is head back up to the daily high. So that, in my opinion, could provide another option to buy it as well. That is what I'd be looking at now on gold. So having a look at the stream record today for YouTube, and it's something like 21 wins after this one, that little one. 6 losses, 6 or 7 I think it was, and about 5 break evens. Now I was having a look at a popular streamer's totals, and I did the math, and he says he's 77% win rate. He doesn't include break evens. His win rate's 55 if you include break evens. So if he's not going to include break evens, nor am I.
Who's that you're talking about?
Just one of the other streamers.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, great.
Good trader though, but got respect for the bloke. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna, you gotta be you know, legitimate, proper about it. If you are gonna show that sort of figure on screen, I was gonna actually add it, but I didn't quite get the time to add it to the overlay.
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
The
He's a
win.
young one.
What's that?
He's a young.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great marketing though.
Yeah.
For like, yeah.
No,
But I think
he's
as
cool.
a scalper, like, you know, you have to control your loss. So, you know, break even, right? I think that's what we're talking about, right? Like,
Yeah.
he cuts his losses shorter, but he doesn't count them as a loss. Is that where, right?
No, they're just no win, no loss trades. So like my runner, but maybe he's getting to break even at 5-6 pips in or something and taking out break even.
Yeah.
With no profit at all. Which is fair enough. That's not a bad trade. It's not a winning trade. It's not a losing trade. I mean, it depends where you have your break even level. If you have it set to your entry, you're paying commission still, so you're still losing a tiny bit. Wealth hack, you can go and goodbye to you. You're not allowed to come on here and promote another stream. I don't give a shit who you are or if you didn't mean any harm by it. If you do, you're out straight away. You took long, Taser, on gold. Alright. Well, you're looking pretty good. Get funded, sell gold at 23.74. Yep, I think that's a good option if it does reject. Taser, GJ rejected nicely. It's popping back up a bit, so on the flip side, if this closes back above, there could be buy options at the open. The last thing I wanted to do is close bullish like so, because it suggests to me that we're exhausting at resistance. And what we could do is potentially break the high of the previous candle, and if we begin to break the low of it, I might look to sell it either way, because we've again likely just grab liquidity from the upside. And if we remain back below that resistance, I feel it's a high probability at that point there we're just done a bit of a liquidity grab, and we could end up heading back down. Chatty, gold, yep, I just went over it. So that's the options right now. Probably prefer to wait and see our price reacts to 23.69.50 for a potential sell if it rejects. Otherwise buys above 23.71.50. Or buys if price does pull back to form support above 23.62.80 at the moment. Doc, good morning to you. Sorry. Hope you're well. Franco, GU, you're looking for... Yeah, GU looks good. Yep, that's providing a really nice catalyst just now. Bullish engulfing M30 back above that previous level of resistance as well. But irrespective of that, the fact of the matter is it's bullish. You've prayed what you might now be confirming a higher low. You've got another catalyst, bullish engulfing. You've got another catalyst, M15 is closing above a resistance. This counter might be creating a minor resistance, even better. This to me is a quality entry if it closes like so. The new candle, the high probability it's going to do something like that, and that would be my entry if I was to trade. I don't trade GU though, full disclosure. But it does look good. GJ, the other hand, looks pretty good too. You might have to be quick for this, guys. GJ could be a buy as well. It's way it's flipping now. Closes above. Long wick to downside the M15. We've pulled back into the range, rejected it. So there is a chance it could just pop up at the open. Seeing it is London Open, I probably prefer to see some sort of wicking opposite direction prior to any entry. I don't want it to close like this though. I want it to close either above it or below, basically. Taser, Hope it closes bearish. I prefer it too. I prefer to sell. So guys, if you could, TikTok, smash the screen. I think that helps. I have no idea why, but I think it helps. I have no idea how TikTok works. And YouTube, if you could, hit like button. Please do so. So we're scoping GJ for potential buys or sells. I'm not going to bother with gold for the time being. And GU also looks pretty good if anyone is interested. We could also provide a potential limit order if it does just continue in the next minute. I don't even know what direction to line up GJ at the moment. My magic keys, I have no idea. It's looking like it could be a potential buy. Got a pretty low spread too. 0.4. 4 points. It's not bad. I want this to close up though. I want it to close above. Strong closure of the hourly. The hourly does look pretty good. All right, let's see how this candle opens. And I might still look for a buy. All right. Options are buy above the high. That is the option. In all honesty, being session open, I would rather this create a deep lower wick. Just from experience. Because I know there's going to be volume in it now. It's a pair that is got a lot of volume around this time of day, seeing it is a pound pair as well. So I'd rather it create more, it will pull back, it breaks its own low yet again, and then begins to break the high. That's where I'll enter. If it breaks just now, probably just a small entry, guys. Well, wrong way. So I'm not in anything just yet. I'll tell you if I set it and when I'm in. Alright, this is good. On my terminal, it's came back to its open. I'd rather it actually flip bearish though. Alright, this is better. This is better. Gold. Yep, so nothing on gold for me. This is much better. Alright, perfect. If we break our own high again, I'm going to buy a GJ. So I'd be looking above the previous candle's high. Sorry, I mean. It's around that 199.785. We're a couple minutes into the new candle as well. So we've had a little bit of time to decide. So that is what I'm scoping right now, guys. More based off the hourly. Nice strong closure. Closed above. So what I normally want to see for an impulse entry is 30-minute close like so. Strong, nice strong candle. A lot of volume. Closing above the bodies of the candles to the left. It's really good when I see it pop up, then pop down and create slow wick. Because that point there, if it was to continue bearish, seeing it's creating up a wick, it would really have no need to pull back and break its own high again. So it just drop, head back down below the range, back into range below. But if it breaks its own high again, then it's likely going to continue it to the upside. You've got clean traffic to the left. You got the daily high, low, high, high to the previous. It'll be breaking its own high for the second time around. So that's what I'm looking at. GU, I did go over GU just before. It's gone without pulling back. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a nice strong closure, but it's eaten into the margin. Be good if I set it. I just realized I didn't set the trade. I just set it now. Yeah, Trezor, I've got to order in, not financial advice. But I'm looking for myself at 20. Hold on. $199,785. Tizer spread it not bad. No, I see markets spreads are really good. Just going back through the chat, Treasure GJ doesn't look like it will sell. Not on that closure. But the good thing is we're not in yet, so if this candle ends up pulling back, closing below, still could be sell options. Tizer, you're waiting for gold setup? It's fair enough. What are you waiting for? You waiting for a sell or a buy? Now, GJ might be a little bit indecisive too prior to the news. There is, I think it's PMI, construction PMI, that is to come. I mean, forecast is less than previous. Anything above 50 is deemed positive for a currency. But if it's less than previous, that may mean it comes out more of a negative. But if that's to be the case, maybe we'll pull up, grab some more liquidity before it comes down with the news. So Tizer, you see potential price going up to all-time high. So do I. Once again, I agree. But at some point, I agree with just fundamentally what's going on. I think a good chance. Jaluk, Lin Tang, GJ going down. Potentially, I'm not in yet. So if it closes back below this range, I think it's going down. I feel there's a high probability that it will go down. So at that point there, I would look for a sell option. So I'm not bothered if I don't get triggered if we come back down, because I once again could have options to sell on the next M30. Julio, good day to you. What is the pair? I'm assuming this is GJ. Chatty, once again, gold still the same. I mean, there's no trade right now on gold. I want it to see how it reacts to 23.6950. If it rejects, what you've done is created a lower high / equal high, the most recent swing. And I feel if we do reject, it's a good chance it will head back down towards the support or previous resistance / previous resistance at 23.6280, 23.63 sort of level. And if it comes back down to that level and respects it, then I think a good option is to buy it. GJ rejecting, so not a problem. Keeping the order in just now, but if we start to pull back too far below, I'm gonna remove the order and wait for possible sell options. Okay, good day to you. Long time. Hope you're well. Been a very long time. Hope you're well, brother. How is sunny Perth, WA? How is WA, my friend? Franco, is G coming back as well? Yeah. So this is a tough one because I would have wanted for the new count to pull back, maybe look for a limit order, but seeing it popped up, I'm not as comfortable, similar to what gold did before, how I removed that limit order, because it's done the opposite to what I wanted to do before triggering in. So it's popped up, then popped down. So the fact that it's creates upper wick, it didn't really have much of an upper wick on the previous candle. It's the fact that it popped straight up, it creates upper wick and only to come back down. That could be the highest point of the new candle. Having said that, if it begins to break its own high, then there's a good chance it will continue up. But you've got resistance to the left, so GU's just one of those ones where you're going to need to wait for it to set up again. And GJ, I'm just going to wait, see how the 15 closes. I'm not going to sell it based off an M15. Have we got a liquidity candle? What's the high of this candle? 199769. What's the high of that candle? No, it has not broken the high of the previous. Okay. Doing well. All good. Let's go back. Oh man. My heart sings for you. I know that feeling. I know that feeling when you get back. Takes a good few weeks till you get over it, to be honest, being back. At least you got warmer weather than what I do. So guys, I'm going to remove it, GJ, and I'm going to wait to see what happens. I've removed my order. I don't like how it's pulling back this far. So next option could be on GJ. 15-minute close is strong bearish. What I'd probably like to see, because I don't trade based off 15-minute time frame, I can use this added confluence, but my confirmation time frame is the M30. It's just a stronger confirmation. It's a higher time frame. So what I prefer to see is this 15-minute candle close, something like so, and then followed by a very weak support forming back below that resistance on the next M15. And what that's going to do is close the M30. Still a strong bearish candle. Definitely not green. Like so. That lines up with the high of the bullish candle. It will look something like that. Then as the candle breaks that support, as it creates a lower high to the previous M30, candle probability is on your side, you're breaking its support as added confluence. That would be my entry. TikTok, you guys are legends. Every day I'm getting more and more followers. You guys are legends on YouTube as well. Could hit like button. Be much appreciated, muchly.
Alright, my friend. Well, I have to go to bed though, but
What's that? You're off to bed, are you?
yeah, man.
Go for it, man. You're probably falling asleep.
No, I was actually paying a good today. I learned a little bit more. You know, I'm getting slowly used to it, but yeah, I just have to go to bed, man.
Yeah, it's not easy, bro. I can understand, but it's good to chat to you as always. Always a pleasure.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
You go well, and we'll sure I'll catch you again shortly.
Sir, we'll see you. Bye-bye.
Cheers, brother. Take care. Trisha, great analysis. I appreciate it. capital of 70 USD. What is the max lot I can do? Probably like 2 cents. It just depends on what your leverage is as well, what your max leverage is. I know here in Oz it's 1 to 30. So that would mean probably be like a 1 cent lot is the max. So let's see. Strong bearish closure in the M15 is what I'm looking for, followed by a weak pause. Similar to here, guys. Not that you had a strong candle closure on the M15, but you had rejection, you had support. Look what happened when price broke support and closed below it. Not many people would have been on the chart at that point there. That was 6:30 a.m. my time. I wasn't on the charts. But that type of scenario, but I'm looking for it to play out more on the 15-minute. Within it, the 30-minute closing, within a 30-minute closure, sorry. So on the 15, I'm looking for that type of scenario to play out. Can you guys in your YouTube, TikTok, sorry, can you hear the background music? I have no idea. And if you can, is it really loud or is it really low? Or if anyone can let me know. It's relaxing. Nice one. Not too loud. Perfect balance. Nice one. Cheers. All right, it's a nice closure on the 15. Good. This is good. Now I just want to see his candle preferably pull back up to retest that resistance, to only reject it and close back weak bullish. Now the other option is if it doesn't do that and his candle just closes bearish engulfing M30, that could be another catalyst to sell it as well from this resistance. So that's what we're looking at now, guys. Last thing we want is for price to pull back up and close in this gray zone. If it closes above it, then there's buy options yet again. Amazing how one candle can flip our direction, but it literally can at this level because it's at a level of resistance. If we close above it, we're likely heading up, clean traffic to the left. If we close below it, we're likely heading back down. I'm not chasing the buy against that strong bearish candle on the M15. Tizer, not too loud, might fall asleep. Whereabouts are you, my friend? Alright guys, give me 2 seconds. Just quickly duck off to the toilet. 1 minute. Alright, GJ looks like it is trying to move to the upside. Just patiently waiting now to see where his counter closes on the M30. Gold rejecting. Yeah, I'm likely going to leave gold. Rejects at this point. Hold on, let's see. Closes bearish engulfing M15. M30 will close for that point. Yeah, it just depends where it closes, but likely not going to bother with it. Let's focus on GJ by the looks of it. My legs are absolutely killing me from the gym yesterday. Smashed the chest, not the chest, sorry. Yeah, the chest actually too. Chest and arms. The machine, guys. Alright, so 10 minutes and 20 seconds remaining, guys. We're looking for GJ, potential GJ buys. Could be back on the table. Now, it could be limit order buys. If this thing does close a little bit higher up, I may look for a limit order buy. Either based off the 50% pullback within the current candle, so once it closes, I'll measure it with the fib, marking the 50, or potentially the high of that previous bearish candle. That is what I'm now looking at and waiting for. But it has to close significantly above. I don't want it to start pulling back. I don't want to leave a massive wick to the upside, because that could show potential signs of rejection yet again. Remember, it's still technically bearish. Yes, it is creating some high lows, high highs, but won't actually flip structure at all on a 30. And I think the 4 hour until these highs. Okay, it's hard to leave, that's for sure. Oh mate, it's hate leaving. Tapping into 199.80 as well, psychological number. 750 is also, just depends who you ask. I always feel so empty when I come back. Still got the plan though. I will eventually, sooner than later, get there for good. Julio, how are you? How do I enter? I am testing my challenge. While you're looking for entry, I'm looking for potential buy on GJ. I'm waiting for this candle to close though in the next 8 minutes and 25 seconds. Then it could be options to either buy it above the high upon continuation of the catalyst candle, which is closing above the resistance, to create a high low, higher high within a daily. Daily's just broken its own high yet again. That could be your option. Or if it closes quite significantly above the resistance, I may look for a limit order buy. Either option A, 50% mark of a catalyst candle that closes above, or option B as it taps into the high of that bearish candle. That's what I'll be looking at. So I'm looking for buys on GJ. This candle closes at this rate. Potentially, not right now though. No, I'd rather wait for the confirmation. This does look promising, like it wants to go, but if it does go now, I'd rather just not get involved. Reason being, I mean, 3 times we've rejected. I want the confirmation now that we're not going to reject anymore. We're going to head up likely to the next level. If it so happens to go without me, I have nothing. There is nothing I can do. I'm just playing to my rules, sticking within my rules, playing to my strengths, and that's discipline, being disciplined and waiting. But yeah, all good, mate. Yeah, a bit of volume though. It's spiking up and down a bit. And this to me is still the potential sell point. Mess. What about the goal? Could be a cheeky little sell if this closes bearish engulfing the M15. It's going to close the M30 back bearish. If that was to be the case. You don't have a great deal of margin though, so it just depends where this candle closes, to be honest. Because if it does continue to drop in the next 6 minutes, it's going to eat into the margin. You've got, once you count for spread, about 17-18 pips to the support. But I'd rather it close bearish, otherwise let it pull up to 23.6950 for a potential rejection of that level, where you could possibly sell it. And if it pops above the resistance formed within the current daily on the lower high confirmation, that if you break above it, close above it, that type of scenario, then it's likely heading back up towards the daily high. But just under 5.5 minutes remain. We're watching GJ, guys, for potential buys. Okay, big storms at the moment, starting a wet season over there. Yeah, been told. It's been a lot about. Always is this time of year. YouTube, guys, if we could hit the like button, let's get this viewer numbers up. Always get stuck at this number for whatever reason. Dot, gotta go. All good. I hope all appointments go well. You and your dog's preparing. Oh, okay. Thank you as always for joining, and take care. I wish you a pleasant day. You got the gold sold earlier? Nice one. Good to hear it. TikTok, we got up to 200 followers just now. That's quick. That's in 3.5 streams, I think it is. That's pretty happy with that. All right, 4 minutes. So I'm watching to see where this candle closes. I want it to really pop up much higher, but I'd rather it close near its high. Then anticipate that the hourly is going to pull back within its candle. It's already broken, but it might pull back just to grab a little bit more liquidity. Tap into that 50% of the M15 and begin to pull away from that previous resistance. So that is a potential option on GJ. Okay, exchange rate's pretty good at the moment. Oh, nice one. Yeah, it was around 22.9 and or 22.6 and 23.2 when I was there earlier this year. But I've noticed it's gone up a bit of late, so I still remember the days when it was like 30, 31, 30. I remember when it was 33 or 34 at one point. That was unreal. Julio, would it be convenient to enter gold now? I will not. I would wait for the closure, the confirmation. Yeah, this is just me. I mean, it's a liquidity candle. I think if you're gonna enter, you would have had to enter as below that bullish candle. I think it's a little bit late now, so you best just to wait for the closure, just for that added confluence. And then it might be a sell option, but I'm waiting on GJ. I think GJ looks better at the moment. I want it to close high though. I don't want, this is the last thing I want is for it to pull back. Paul, if it closes strong bullish, I'm going to buy it, but I'm not straight away. I want it to pull back and then buy it. Okay, still not what it is, but Gbpjpy, yeah, definitely. Goats. Can I wait for the candle to close just to see where we're at on GJ, if that's all right? Because it could be an option for me. I don't want to miss it. That's in the next minute and 30 seconds. Daniel Horse, yeah. If this candle closes probably above the 23.6, I don't know if that's right. I haven't drawn it in the right way. I'm just more concerned about the 50, but I want to close strong bullish, and if it does, I'm going to set an order at around the 50% mark. So I'm just eyeballing it with my MetaTrader. I'll let you know as soon as I set it. But I'm very strict, so I need to wait for this candle to close, because in the next 45 seconds, it could just drop back. Guts, of course, nice one. Oh man, one pull back a bit. Leave an upper wick. Leave an upper wick. Leave an upper wick. Don't do this, DJ. It's not left an upper wick. Oh, it has. It has. All right. Option A, sells at the high of that bearish candle. Option B, 50% mark. Just a little bit higher up. So I'm going to look for a sell limit at 199.755. $750 actually. Gonna target the quarter number. So I've got a sell limit at 199.750, not financial advice. That's what I'm presently looking at. How did gold close? So gold's made the move. A bit late for gold. It's at support, no margin. Yeah, buy limit. If I said sell limit, I apologize. Bleach 34. Yeah, Franco. Apologies. Nah, buy, guys. Not sell. Buy, guys. Looking for a buy limit. 199.75. Now, option one is this candle's high. Could take a small entry. So there are your two levels. Previous candle's high, bearish candle. Good. You jumped across to TikTok. Nice one. Yeah, I don't want this to flip. Oh man, don't flip. If it flips, I'm not interested in keeping the limit order in. If it does flip, yes, it makes sense to continue. But I'm still wary that it may pull back to tap in. It's not yet really tapped in. That bullish candle has that tapped into the... It hasn't actually tapped into that bearish candle's high, that resistance in the 5 minute. If you're eyeballing it, it's not actually tapped in. Paul, TP on a buy. I just do, well, my general first TP is always anywhere really between 8 to 15 pips, just depends. I'm a scalper, I don't look to hold on to positions, mate. I keep a wider target, a little runner. But I don't try to hit a home run each time. I'm not a swing trader, I'm not an intraday trader. Goats, it sounds more clear on TikTok. Alright. Interesting. It's not as visually appealing. You don't have the overlay on TikTok. Yeah, it doesn't fit to the screen properly. I've tried, but it won't. I don't know why. Alright, so it's tapped into level 1, but I've got the entry for 750. That's where I've got my entry. So within 2 pips of being triggered in. Is anyone in already at the first option? You're not, Franco? Oh, so close. Ah, man. It could go without us. If it flips, it's over, guys. I'm not gonna try to get involved. Vishal, you're not in yet? Yeah, nor am I. Great British pound CAD. Let me just quickly look at it. All right. Weekly, very strong bullish candle. It's golfing the previous, so once again, be looking to see where we potentially could pull back to within the candle to form some support. Which daily bullish, it's off to the moon. This thing. 4 hour bullish, bouncing off previous resistance. Probably now just mark that support in. I'd be looking for buys. I'd be looking for buys above that level there, because it's a resistance formed in the current daily candle. So if I wouldn't be selling it just now. I think the sell is a cleaner blow to current daily low on continuation. Current daily has respect to the previous, is pulling back. If it breaks zone support, that could be an option to sell it. Otherwise, buys above the resistance recently formed at 175.07, and potentially buys from above the support 174.950. Just a quick little synopsis of GCAD. Used to love it. Used to trade it, but not done so for years. GCAD London Open used to be buy stop, sell stop every time, and it used to work. And how did that not trigger me in? Did anyone get triggered in? I saw the green light light up and it did not trigger me in. Bleach and waiting for break the highs. That's fine. That's probably a good idea as well. Shall I know it? When it flips time getting, because you will see a big push. Yeah, I think it's also a good option. For sure, I think we touch 199544 and move up. What do you think? It could do anything really, but this is just my analysis right now, so that's what I'm looking at. Very close to the entry, but just didn't quite pop down enough. Guys, as well, if you could give us a follow on IG as well. I'll give you, I mean, YouTube and guys, you guys got a link to it down in the description. For the TikTok guys, that is my IG. That's how you can find me on IG. Just type that in. Julio, please buy. Yeah, I'm not in, but that's my order. Hasn't triggered me in. So if you are in it, I mean, it's looking good. It's remaining above this support resistance. So if you took the early option at that candle's high, and you're in a few pips profit, so you'd be looking pretty good at the moment. If it flips, you're right to go. Now, for me to buy it above the high, if this candle closes bearish, weak bearish on the 15, then I might look for options to buy it as it flips. On the 30, breaks the 15-minute resistance, then trap to the left. That could be the option. No cigar, guys. It looks like it's not going to tag me in on the limit order. Thank you for the sub on YouTube. Thank you once again, all the followers on TikTok. Appreciate you guys. Do you sell? You're selling into support. This is your range now. Sell still exact same analysis applies as earlier. You're right in the middle. Sells below 1.27. Oh man, GJ's off. Oh well, is what it is. So if anyone took the early entry, definitely gets break even now. It's flipped, has no need to pull back and break its own low again. I'm removing that buy limit. And you should be right. Yeah, I wouldn't be selling GU just now. Well, there? Yeah, I didn't get triggered in as well. So I see how this 15-minute candle closes. Tell me not playing bull this week. Yeah, I just had to stick to the normal interruption, normal pause play. And it would have. So close. I saw the green light literally line up on the screen. Oh, a few pips. You got very close. I'm pretty sure I saw the green light, unless I'm imagining it. Maybe I am. I don't know. But it got very close. It got to yeah, 1.99.751. I got within a point on my broker. That's literally, it got within a point of triggering me in. That's how fine-tuned it was. It just missed triggering me in. So I wasn't imagining things. I did see a green light line up. Different brokers, different prices. I wonder what have a different price to IC markets. All right, not a bad closure on the 15. Not if it closes bullish. All right, your next option is to buy it above the high. That's your next option. The hourly is struggling. I don't feel like I've missed it, in all honesty, by being so close to being triggered in. I feel it's best to wait for the hourly. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for the hourly. All right, let's reassess gold. So it's back on this support. Now, for me to look for any gold sells, I'd want a really strong closure. I want it to tap in and close well within this level, well within this gray zone. I don't want to pull back to tap into it and pop back above it, because then we could respect it as support, the previous resistance. Daily shop affiliate, EU. So EU is very similar to GU. It's kind of in the middle of this range right now. So I'd rather it pop back down to that support for potential buys. It's still technically bullish. The bias is still bullish. That's what I'd rather it do. Look for my calcium price action. Look for similar to what we had here. A bit of consolidation. Price begins to pop above that consolidation. So this is perfect. Right there. Look at that. You had a closure above it, you consolidated, form support, broke above the support. Look what it did afterwards, head back up, fill that clean range to the upside. I'd be looking for similar to happen back at the low here, at above 108.70. Aside from that, if we do come back down and form a support that level, then we should respect it to head back up. If we do start to close below it, we also have some pretty clean traffic below current daily candles low, and that could be options to sell it. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult buying it from the current level. I think it's best to wait at that point for it to either pop up, reject 108.90, 940, 950. And if it closes above that resistance formed at the current daily candles high, current daily has a higher low, higher high to the previous, it's likely going to pull back up and break its own high. Well, it will if it breaks above it, obviously. But I mean, it's likely going to make a deeper pullback or a deeper push to the upside and potentially retest the weekly high. So watching our GJ full closure, let's see. At least we've had the 5-minute pulling back to tap into the 5-minute resistance. We've had some sort of pullback to tap in. So the limit order could be valid yet again at the closure of this candle. Sizer, gold. Yeah, just see how it reacts to the current zone. Now the reason why I've kept this zone in is because we've not yet retested it. Now we have. So we broke out of it earlier today and we've not yet retested it until now. If we begin to pop below it, I remove this zone. It's no longer relevant. We've wiped through it to the upside and downside. But until we do so, then we could form a support above it. So I want to keep it in there just to see if we do. And that could provide potential level to buy it from. It also provide potential levels to sell it from if it bounces and starts to close back below that range. And we're rejecting that support, previous resistance. We're likely heading back down to retest the 30-minute structure and the daily low at that point. But I'm watching GJ for the next 9 minutes. One bloody point was all the difference for me being triggered in into a 0 drawdown W on GJ, but it happens. SMFX currently in a self goal. Let's run it. I'm only after 50 pips and you're out. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'd just be concerned about this level that we're finally retesting. YouTube guys, if we could, please just hit the like button. Once again, Discord link down below. It's for free. Join it. Guys, look, I'll finally retested. Yep, it's still remaining above it, so for me there's no sell into it. We're taking one small win on gold so far, and we're scoping and waiting and so close to entries on GJ. But now we have to wait just under 6 minutes to see where this candle closes, and we could have the exact same setup based off the, once again, the hourly and also the 30. Actually, the 30 is bit of exhaustion. I want it to close up a bit higher because then 30. It closes back bearish. I'm not as keen on that. We are tapping into this previous support to the left. Would be why. So I want the 30 to close to its high, then it's open, and obviously then it's low. A.C.T, buy. Potentially. Almost got triggered into a buy, but not quite. A.C.T, I'm so just my man. That's my strength. Have the plan and stick to it. It meant I got skipped in entry by 1 point, literally. My broker, IC markets, the low of that candle I had it, the limit order set at was, I had my order set at 199.750. It got down to 199.751. And bounced. So close. 50%. Now I don't even know if I was completely accurate because again, different broker, slight variance. It was the 15, wasn't it? 743, so I actually had it just above it. All right, just over 3 minutes remaining, guys. Let's see where this candle closes. So I do want to learn if you've been streaming slightly a lot, make sure to join the free Discord. And if you want to know more, then just send me contact me. Send me a DM. Or just send me an email, either or. Alright, it's looking okay. We've got 2.5 minutes remaining of this hourly's M30. Now the options above the high are also going to be there. This candle closes as is, along with the downside up near its high, which has the new candle could just pop up. Now what you'd be wanting in that new candle on the pop up is for it to, that last little liquidity burst that we probably would have had at the end of this candle, get you to that 10+ pip margin, secure some profit because it could come back straight down to create slow wick. That's something to consider. I prefer to have a low wick, I always do. Paul, full-time trader. Look, I say I am because I trade the exact same session each day and I'm on the charts enough. but I do have another business in the background as well, which allows me to trade this time of day. It's just perfect, and I'm not really so involved in that during the week, to be honest. Anyway, not too much anyway. GJ, stop. Oh man, this is off. I didn't trigger me in. I started joining yesterday, nice one. The retrace was perfect. The analysis was perfect, just didn't trigger me in. It's what it is. The next option now, I'm just clutching at straws, but the interruption is now valid, or could be valid, which would mean a buy limit at the high of that bearish candle. It's a pause. The move is to the upside. It's in a trend. It's creating an impulse to the upside. You've got this one candle closing back bearish. I may take a small entry at the high of that bearish candle. A buy limit 199863 on my broker. So that's, in my opinion, the next option. This is called the pause candle, interruption candle. So you're trending, you've got this candle closing back in the opposite direction, it's engulfed, significantly engulfed. So then you're anticipating, we've still got the momentum to the upside, and your candle's just going to create slow wick, tag you in, and then flip. So that's the next option. And your further option is to buy it as it breaks the high of that bullish candle. So that 2 pips above the high. I don't know, I see markets, it's about to break. I'd be looking at around 940. That's your next option. It flips and breaks the high. I still rather get in on the pullback. Lower down. Paul, how do you join? What, Discord? You need to jump across to YouTube, is probably the best way, and click on the link in the description. Or after the stream, just find me on YouTube. Just look up A.C.T. Forex, and you'll find me on YouTube, and then just click on the link. If you're having problems, email me. You'll find a link to that in my in the description for the channel as well, and you can email me and I'll send you a new link if you're having problems joining. So your further entry is above the high, so a couple of pips above. That's your option. and us. It's up to you. I prefer the limit order. I don't know. I just prefer getting in lower down, but it is valid. It's option 2. This is option 1. Again, not financial advice. And option 2, just back above the high, is option 2. I prefer the limit option. So it's moving up. It's trying to pull back to option 1. What's gold doing? Still just above that support or previous resistance. Come on, GJ. Still early enough into a new alley to trigger me in to the limit order. How close is it this time? It got within half a pip so far. Is it going to do it to me again? Is anyone in GJ at the moment? You guys are in? All right. All right, it's pulling back. Could get triggered in shortly. How did that not trigger me in? Now I'm in. All right, I'm in. So let's see. Tizer, yeah, I just got triggered in. Mr. Phil, good morning to you. How are you? How's it going today? It was going alright. Took a small win on gold. Currently in a bit of drawdown on GJ. It's pulling back quite strong. It's a very strong pullback. Stop loss, I've got it below this. I've got it just below this bearish candle. So it's not a big stop loss. I'm likely going to manage it though if it continues to drop before it. Jalal, if you want to sell now, it's up to you. It's GJ. Great British Pound, JPY. All good. I watch maybe. Who knows? It might. No one's got a crystal ball, so if it does hit stop loss, it is stop loss. Maybe layering. Yeah, I'm not keen on layering. I mean, if it taps into the 50 of the 1 hour, then maybe. I saw another trade do it today when I was in a 100 pip drawdown on gold, 120 pip at one point. Yeah, I don't like this pullback, guys. It's going to break the 15 low. If it breaks the 15 low, I'm going to cut half. Yeah, I've closed half. Closed half at -7. I watch maybe. Who knows? It's subjective, man. Everyone's got an opinion. I just do what I do because that's what works for me. It's tapping into the 50 now of that previous bullish candle. So this is where I want it to bounce, otherwise I think it's Gonski in this one. I watched. No, it's alright. You're entitled to your opinion. Good luck. Lensang probably going to 199.80. Yeah, it's tapped into that level. That's the 15 closure. Yeah, not looking great. Bearish engulfing. It's got no low wick though. I mean, that's probably the only thing we've got on our side. Yeah, a small ninja during Asian session. Nice one. What's going on gold? Still above that previous level, so to me there's nothing going on in gold right now. I want it to bounce off it. Form a nice support. Bounce off this level. Nice closure on the 30. Goes back bullish, and that could be an option to buy it. Right now there's nothing going on. It's at a potential level to buy it from, but you just need to wait for confirmation, in my opinion. Ah, come on, GJ. Vincent, I wouldn't want to get into buyers for GJ, right? No, I wouldn't. Not the way it previous candle closed. That pop down, the open of the new candle could be what was the low wick we didn't have on the previous candle, potentially. The last bit of volume left. And seeing now pulling back, it's potentially creating the upper wick before it breaks its own low again. So I personally wouldn't be jumping into it just now if you're not. I'd be waiting. But it's up to you, my friend. But that's just me. Coolio, cool. You're on a 10k challenge? Okay, nice one. I hope it's going well for you. Made the same entry. All right. We'll see. It's back at the entry right now, so. Five minutes got no low wick. Yeah, it's a little bit off-putting. Only one thing, I wanted to hurry up. It's dinner time for me. Yeah, Casey, it is. I'm here in Oz. 6:22 p.m. right now. In Melbourne. Australia's a big country. Many different time zones. 3 a.m. in Boston. Not even breakfast time. What are you doing up? Wow. Full credit to you. Appreciate it. Jackson, $11 million. That's a kid. That's a joke. Shouldn't, to be honest, I shouldn't really worry, man. I've done alright from it. But again, just depends on what accounts. I've traded all different account sizes. Literally, trade some bigger ones. I've traded smaller ones. It's helped me pay for some assets. But I don't need to disclose exactly how much I make from Forex or what I've made. Oh, cramp. Oh, it's just putting me to sleep. I hate long trades like that. Oh, you guys probably laughing, thinking it's not a long trade. For me, it is. I'm usually in and out very quickly. What currency? Lindsay, GJ, British pound, JPY. And the news? Ooh, that's a good point. There is news very surely. Does affect it. I want to get out of it before it, to be honest. It's moving a bit now. So if it flips, I may just close it, just get myself out break even. When a trade, so I'm closed half already. I mean, if it pulls up a little bit higher. Stay in London session, it's not enough volume for me. Propane, it doesn't have as much volume as NY, that's for sure, from what I've noticed. I don't really trade NY, but I have been doing so more of late. Since I've started Discord, I do it twice a week. And I do notice that NY has a lot more volume, especially on gold. Not really sure about GJ. Shows potential flipping the M30, it does, but there's news to come. I really want to pump just before news. Come on, GJ. First time I've traded GJ in quite some time as well. Yeah, not liking this. It's up to you guys if you want to keep it open, but the news is coming out, so it's back at entry. I don't like it. I think I'm going to call that a small loss on the initial position and just cut the rest. Yeah, it's up to you guys. I just don't like trading into news in case you get obviously volume spikes. So for me, I prefer not to risk it. But yeah, we'll see what happens at news anyway. I really got to get off soon though, because it's getting late for me. I need to make some dinner. Take a look at gold, LM lamps. So still respecting that support, previous resistance. If it closes bullish in gold, then gold could be an option. But I wouldn't want it to close like this, to be honest. It has to close bullish engulfing, but I'm not going to stick around for it. I've got a bit to do. Plus I got to do NY update for the members later. All right, what's going to happen in news? Now it's orange folder news, so it may not be as big an impact. If it breaks light at that candle, I would definitely get to break even because it's not going up a low wick. Casing, it's literally now, but it's red, it's orange folder. Wow, came out positive, so should be good for GJ. So I'd be at break even now. I think it's best to go break even because it broken high the previous candle, it's got no lower wick. If it pulls back and breaks its own low, then it could now just, that could be the highest point for the new candle, and it could end up trending back to the downside to tap into the support yet again. Is anyone in it? Who's in this? Show of hands, please. Let me know, anyone in this trade. And how's it going? Casey, you are? Yeah, seeing you have a high low, high high to the previous, I'd be now at break even. Assad? Alright, well, you got about 5 pips on the table. If you got stop loss to break even, you're likely about to get tagged out. Yep, you'd be tagged out now. Alright, so more loss for me now. Day will end in a small profit, not big, because the first trade was just a small win as well. But it is what it is. Stuck to the plan. GJ almost played out. Still might play out, but yeah, that's how I want to manage it. So yeah, I think it was valid. Good shot at it, but is what it is. That's it. So that's a wrap, guys. Once again, if TikTok guys, please jump across to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Join the free Discord group as well. We'll be doing some market analysis, and I'll send in update videos for MY session on GJ, gold, and NAS. So make sure to jump across. And anyone in the YouTube, if you hasn't hit the like button yet, if you could do so on the way out, be much appreciated. If you are interested in any of the services I do provide, or that you can find all that down in the description below. Tomorrow I'll be on from what time? 7:30, roughly 7:30 AM UK time is when I'll start tomorrow. Thank you, Casey. You have a great one. Sharif, Kane, Tommy, all you guys, appreciate you. YouTube chat, rest of you guys, TikTok, thank you for all the followers, appreciate you all, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Until then, don't forget to join on social as well, by the way, guys. IG, TikTok guys, and YouTube guys, TikTok, IG, you guys know the drill. All right, take care, guys. Catch you tomorrow. Cheers. Bye for now.